Hi skincare lovers, welcome back to my channel. It's Wendy. Last week I have done my morning skincare routine that focused more on protecting my skin and keeping it calm and hydrated during the day. In today's video, I would like to walk you through my nighttime skincare routine. So my nighttime skincare routine is actually more focusing on treating hyperpigmentation, brightening my skin, and also still keeping my skin calm and healthy. So let's not delay any further and get started. For the cleansing step, I have actually already completed it, and the products that I use is the manual pure soybean cleansing milk. This is my current favorite for the first cleansing step. Since it is a cleansing milk, it's more gentle and hydrating on my skin. My skin is just feeling a little bit dehydrated and tiny bit irritated because of the weather. So that's why I have been opting for the cleansing milk instead of a cleansing balm or cleansing oil. I have gone into detail about this cleansing milk in one of my most recent videos. I'll keep the link to that in the description box for you if you want to check it out. My second step of cleansing, I actually use the Remedy Super Stack Rich Cream to Foam Cleanser. As I have talked about this in also a Remedy brand review video, I do love this cleanser. It is a gentle cleansing option that my skin is quite comfortable with using both day and night. That's why I opted for this. Now, before I get started with my actual skincare routine, I always clean and sanitize my hand. And this time I also use the hypochlorous acid. I just have such a paranoia about getting a dirty hand on my face, and that can cause breakouts. So that's why I always make sure to sanitize my hand well. That's why hypochlorous acid is actually a perfect option for me. And it is also worked for my face. So any of the residue from my hand that get on my face would also be okay. Let's get on with my actual skincare routine. The first product I always go in at night is the Sulwhasoo First Care Activating Serum. This is one of the most classic products from Sulwhasoo, and it has been loved by many people. I also really love this product, and I'm also running out of it. This is one of the first products that you're supposed to put on your skin to help with the other products absorption. I have seen really good results with this one. It is not overly hydrating on the skin, to be honest, but I don't think it is meant to be. In here, it contains ginseng extract along with Korean herbs to help with the skin elasticity and firmness as well. It just absorbs into the skin super quickly without leaving any stickiness behind. And this bottle, I actually got it as a limited version about 2 years ago during the Dragon Zodiac year. That's why you can see there is a dragon engraved on here. My second step is always a toner. And this one is a very viral one that probably most of you would know. This is the numbuzin NAD plus PDRN Glow Boosting Toner. I have only been using this one for a couple weeks now, and I really love it. It is a really good hydrating toner, and it has such a beautiful purple metallic color. It's not added color in here. It is because of the ceramide particles that make up that sparkly that you see in the bottle. Because of how liquid it is, I honestly did not expect it to be super hydrating and nourishing on the skin, but this actually make my skin feel really good and quickly hydrated every time I use it. I do go in with about 2 to 3 layers just to help with my skin hydration need. In here, it also contains some PDRN, NAD, and 50 types of peptides. So it can help with anti-aging benefits as well. I'm not really sure how big of a concentration of those peptides in there that can do a meaningful transformation on the skin. There is also some discussion going around that with this line in general, because peptides are so expensive and the affordability of this product also raised a question of how much of that ingredient is actually being used in the formulation. That's why I consider this toner as more of a hydrating toner with some ceramides in there to help with my skin barrier. I do not really use it for that anti-aging benefit. I have seen good results with the essence from the same line. I think it will just be a lot slower than other more concentrated peptides serum. You can see my skin is looking glowy and hydrated. I do think this toner is doing quite a bit for that hydration. That's why I also love using it. For every skincare routine that I do, I use multiple serums in order to meet some of the skin concerns that I'm trying to address. The first serum I'm using is the Donginbi Red Ginseng Daily Defense Essence EX. You have also seen this in my morning skincare routine. I love using this one, first of all, because of how hydrating it is. But second of all, it contains ginseng, which can help with antioxidant, but also for that anti-aging benefit. It can help firm the skin a little bit while giving the skin protection against environmental stressor. My skin do love ginseng a lot, but I haven't found many ginseng products that don't contain fragrances. I'm using mostly ginseng products from Sulwhasoo, and now I discovered the Donginbi, but they both contain fragrances. The only thing I could think of would be the Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Water Essence. That one I have used before. But I think because of a very diluted ginseng extract in there, I don't feel as much of a firming benefit. It mostly is just a hydrating toner that I use. Even with the hydrating aspect, it is not overly impressive. That's why I think I didn't even finish that bottle and also did not repurchase it. Now I'm getting to my treatment step where I'm using stronger actives. I'm gonna be using my eye cream first. I do not want to accidentally get active around my eyes, which I did before and it caused so much irritation. Again, I'm using the AHC eye cream that I have been using a couple months. As I mentioned, I always love to take the eye cream out on my hand, gently spreading it and massaging it onto my eyes. And I find that works best for me. I know a lot of people enjoy the cooling tips or the metal tips or applicators on the eye creams, but to me, my hands are the best tools that I can use around my eyes. Now is the treatment. So usually I'm alternating between the two. The first one is the remedy for dark spot that I also talk extensively about. This one definitely gives really good results. It have super stacked ingredient in here with retinol, mandelic acid, kojic acid, glutathione, tranexamic acid, niacinamide. So if you want to target dark spot, you need a group of ingredients that can help you target it at every stages to help quickly fade the hyperpigmentation. That's what I have been using, I think 3 times a week now, and my skin has been respond to this really well. But I notice whenever my skin has a little bit of irritation or just feel uncomfortable, using this can give me a little bit of a breakout because it is quite strong, but normally my skin is fine with this. On other nights where I'm not using the remedy serum, I would be using the Primera Vitatinol serum, vitamin C, retinol, Bouncy lips. I have been using this serum for a good 5 months now. I loved it. I initially saw Dr. Wong from Labyrinth Beauty talked about this one, even though it is a sponsor video, but because of her credibility, I trust her. And my skin is quite sensitive to retinol. I am a complete beginner in using retinol. I tried to move up in strength when my skin was not ready and I had a major irritation and breakouts. That's why now I always take it slow with retinol. And in here, it also contains some vitamin C that can help to gently brighten the skin along with the retinol benefit. That's why I have been incorporating this alongside with the Remedy Serum. I just am experiencing some breakouts because of the weather. That's why I am opting for this serum. It is a midway serum that feels really hydrating on the skin. It contains those small capsules of vitamin C that can help to preserve the integrity of vitamin C. And it is also in an airless pump that can help to protect the ingredient as well. I have opened this one for about 2 months now and it did not change the color at all. And even though my neck is super sensitive, it is okay with the serum too. I cannot really use the Remedy one on my neck because it will react. I do think the retinol in this serum is at a very low concentration. That's why my skin is very comfortable with it. And sometimes I will also double stack it with the Sulwhasoo concentrated ginseng serum. That one also contains just a tiny bit of retinol, but it mainly contains ginseng extract to help with the firming and lifting. Tonight is mainly for treating hyperpigmentation. That's why I did not use that serum. But on some other nights where my focus is more on anti-aging, I will be using a couple of the ginseng products to help with that, along with the peptides I used during the day and some of them I incorporating at night. So I think I'm having a pretty good grasp on my skincare routines right now, where it is a good happy medium that the ingredients and the actives are strong enough to treat my skin concerns, but also keeping my skin in a healthy and calm state. So I think I'm winning some here this year. The next product I'm going in with is the Ordinary Rice Lipids plus Ectoin Microemulsion. I think this one is one of the newest launch from The Ordinary, and I'm impressed with this. The Ordinary says that this is a very lightweight moisturizer, but to be honest, because of how watery and runny the texture is, I do not believe that claim. I just thought it is another milky toner, or at most it would be a serum. But when I use it, even though it is so lightweight, it is super hydrating and nourishing on the skin. If I remember correctly, I think it contained 2 or 3% of Ectoin in here, which is a very meaningful concentration that can help with your skin. And even for dry skin like mine, it definitely feels really good. I have never tried to use this one alone as a moisturizer, but I think my neck can work with it during the day. At night, I do have to use another moisturizer. When you apply it onto the skin, it will sink in really fast. It's just like another watery serum that you use on the skin. But if you have more oily skin, I think this one will work as a moisturizer for you. It will make your skin quite glowy, and it is also quite calming on the skin. I did use this when I was breaking out a little bit previously, and it did calm my skin overnight. I think my skin really loves Ectoin, so I'm planning to explore more Ectoin this year. There are a couple of products that I want to get my hands on and try out, especially the Paula's Choice 7% Ectoin serum, but that one is quite expensive, so I'm still on the fence about that. Right now, this is a pretty good replacement. Once I apply all of my serum, of course, the last step is to use a moisturizer. It's none other than the Remedy Barrier Repairing Rich Cream Moisturizer. I have been loving this moisturizer so much. It is so hydrating, calming, and nourishing on the skin. It can literally keep my skin hydrated all night. It contains ceramide, panthenol, and even peptide squalene. So I don't have a specific peptide serum, but I think in a lot of the products that I'm using, there is a sprinkle of peptides in some of them. So I'm getting some of the peptides benefit from there. I do plan to incorporate a specific peptide serum very soon. I bought it during the Sephora sale. I do use a thicker layer of this cream at night. I have also done a very detailed reviews about this cream in my Remedy brand review video. So if you are curious, I will link it also in the description box below or right here for you to check out. But you can see that I'm not using the thick cream on my neck because every time I use it, my neck just sweats so much and it just results in inflammation and clogged pores. That's why I'm gonna go in with the Purito Mighty Bamboo Panthenol Moisturizer. I absolutely love this moisturizer. And right now, I'm raking out just a little bit along my jawline. So I'm gonna be using the Ordinary Sulfur 10% Power to Cream Concentrate. This one is another favorite acne spot treatment that I have been using. So I have it right here. Normally, if my acne is just a little bit inflamed or just at the very beginning state where it's not too painful, then I would use my Line Pear Acne Cream. But these ones are a little bit more red, itchy, and inflamed. That's why I decided to use Sulfur. This one works really great. It can reduce the size of those pimples overnight. I have been consistently using this for a couple days now since I noticed the pimples. It took down the inflammation and the redness. It definitely is still there. I do think it's gonna be a couple more days before it's ready to go. I barely have to use any, and I've been using it for so long, it still has so much in here. Lastly, I cannot forget about my lips at night. They do get dried out a lot if I don't apply a good lippy at night. So my current favorite is the CNP Propolis Lipcerin Mojito. I also just got it very recently, but it has been working amazingly well for my lips. For the longest time, I was using the CeraVe ointment because I could not find anything that would work better for my lips than that one until I found this one. This has a very cute packaging, but also the dispensing mechanism is also different. So you basically twist the top and the lip balm would come up like this. It really looked like Vaseline, but the texture is a little bit balmier and thicker, but not overly uncomfortable on the lips. It's spread really nicely. And this lip balm stays put. It doesn't even wash off very easily in the morning when I do my water rinse. So it usually has to be taken off with a cleanser. That is how good it sticks to your lip. I think that's why it works really well for my lips where I move around a lot at night, but it did not really get rubbed away completely. And I can still feel a good layer of it on in the morning. So that's why I have been using it very consistently. I have seen it's gone viral before and did not really understand why. And now that I use it, I completely get it. And that's it, everyone. That is my whole nighttime skincare routine. As I mentioned, I do have a maximalist skincare approach where I use many products on my skin, but that's just what works for my skin and keeping it happy. As long as the skincare routines work for you, keeping you and your skin happy, then you don't have anything to worry about. And hopefully my skincare routine can give you a peek into what could work for your skin. And remember, take care of your skin, take care of yourself. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!